So, I used to be a Toys R Us worker, and honestly, I used to have, back when I was younger, one of the most desirable jobs there. I worked at the R Zone, or the video game section of Toys R Us. I learned a lot about the consoles of that time, which was the early 2000s, so that we were talking about like GameCube, Xbox, PS2. And actually, the whole reason I'm bringing this up is because someone had uploaded the R Zone training document for Nintendo for the year 2000. Now, that's before I was working there, but I do remember having our own training documents very similar to this. I thought it'd be fun just to kind of go down through memory lane. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
Hey, yeah, you. A person in your position probably knows a lot about video games, right?
Funny enough, I actually didn't have an N64. I was given a Game Boy because I was a good boy a long time ago, and I was given Pokemon Red. And I don't remember if I had any other games for the Game Boy, because that thing just stayed there.
Young Link returns to your N64 in Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask,
which is notorious for being like this really dark game, and it's supposed to be about like death. And I still, to this day, 2024, I still have not played this game yet. Maybe one day, I don't know. I wasn't really a big Nintendo person, but I find this really, really funny. Okay, just check this out. So this game is about death and about the apocalypse coming from that moon about to crush him. This next game, Crystallis for the Game Boy Color, is a remake from a Super Nintendo game, I believe, that is about the post-apocalyptic Earth. Stay with me. And this next game, Kirby and the Crystal Shards, features an apocalyptic Earth that's covered in ice. I don't know what's up with the year 2000, but I just found this really, really funny.
The King of Kongs is in the house with the next Jumping Jungle generation. It's Donkey Kong 64 for Nintendo 64.
I did play this because back when I was in school, when I got good grades, we were allowed to rent a console from Blockbuster. And I know that sounds really weird nowadays, but it used to be a thing. You could rent consoles for like a weekend or a week or 2 days or what have you. And then you'd be able to rent a game for it. So I remember the time we did this, Donkey Kong 64 was like the brand new thing. It was a new shiny thing, so I wanted to play it. I rented it. And I immediately got stuck because I didn't know how to change characters. So I was just like stuck at this door as Donkey Kong trying to like shoot it with like a bazooka or something like that, and it just wouldn't open. And that is my Donkey Kong experience. I know, I need to revisit some Nintendo things sometimes when time is available. Which I don't know when that's gonna be. I planned this thing months ago.
Your virtual buddy is back in color with more than 20 new animated activities. It's a clock. It's a card game. It can even play tunes.
I actually don't remember this. It reminds me of those little pedometers that used to come with the remake of Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Now Pikachu responds to your voice.
Hey, you Pikachu. This is one of those things where technology hadn't caught up to the idea yet. We sold this game, and we had it returned to us so many times.
Get ready to battle the best in Pokemon Stadium for N64.
I did used to rent Pokemon Stadium because since I had the Game Boy Color, the N64 cartridge adapter that you could put into the back of the N64 controller. So you could transfer your Pokemon into the N64 Pokemon Stadium game, and you could see them in 3D. And I remember this used to be the coolest thing in the world for like me and my brother and like friends back in the day. And it's I know it's nothing now, but it used to be so cool. I vividly remember that because I used to rent that one too. I rented Donkey Kong 64 and I rented Pokemon Stadium.
We appreciate your participation with this program. Thanks for your support.
Well, that was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed this.
Show me how.
Toys R Us. You'll never outgrow us.